Hello everyone, this is your teacher Dr. Priyal Pandey, and today we will be talking about image processing and its interpretation. So it is your unit 3 and the lecture number is 12. In the previous lecture we have talked about the remote sensing, what is remote sensing, how many types of remote sensing are there, what are the basic precaution you have to take while taking a picture with the help of remote sensing, which type of sensors are used in the remote sensing, how many types of platforms are there, how many types of resolutions are present in the sensors which are used in the remote sensing. That's all about the previous lecture. So the main output we got from the remote sensing technique is a image, whether it may be an analog image or a digital image. Now, in the today's lecture, we will talk about how to process that particular image and how to interpret the image which we get from the remote sensing technique. Here are the list of some important content which we will discuss one by one in the today's lecture. So, this is the picture. What can you analyze from this picture? Picture are what? Picture are the most common and the convenient form of conveying or transmitting information. Okay, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Picture concisely convey information about the position, size, and interrelationship between the object. The picture basically portray the spatial information, the spectral information about a particular object or thing. Human eye can perceive a lot of information with the help of an image because we have a sense to thought or a sense to imagine what can a particular image depict to us. I talk about that there are two type of image. The first one is the analog image, second one is the digital image. Analog image is the image what we see, what we people see, and the digital image is the image what computer see or computer understand. Analog image is a continuous image, and the digital image is the discrete one. In the analog image, basically we observe the thing on the basis of the contrast, the brightness factor of a particular object, or the shade variation in particular object. But in the digital image is present or in the form of basically pixels, and there are only two shades. One is there are basically two digit or two thing which a computer understand. One is that is called as binary digit or bits, so whether the area may be marked or may be unmarked. Digital image are basically present in form of matrix having certain rows and column, and each certain rows and column form a simple triangle which represent a particular pixel. So what is pixel are basically the picture element, the smallest element of a picture which is present in an image. Pixel depicts certain features of a particular image. The rectangular shape or the square shape in a certain image is called as pixel. Each particular pixel have some numerical value or the brightness factor. That particular numerical value and the brightness factor is called as digital number. The digital number, if it is less in number, then it shows that the radiance from that particular pixel is very less, means the digital number represent what amount of the electromagnetic radiation reflect back from that particular area. So if there is less number or low number, then the radiance from that particular pixel is very less, and if the number is high or more, then it represents that the radiance from that particular pixel is more. The digital image is basically present in form of bits. So here you can see that in the digital image, the image is splitted into so many grids, the grids having rows and column, and this represent the and this the certain rectangular represent each pixel or element of the pixel. The numerical value represent the radiance reflected from that particular part, and each pixel have certain binary unit which the computer understand it, and the units are called as bits. So if the bit is 1, then the image will show only two color. If the bits are more, then the shades of the particular color will be more. Here is an example of a particular image, and here it is seen that how the bits are arranged for that particular picture. Let's talk about the human system before going to the computer system. That we human knows the number or write the number just like 0 1 2 3 4, like that up to 9. So this is the system developed probably because we have the 10 finger. When we write the large number, the position of that particular digit, the number are changed, only the position are changed, but the number remains the same, that is 0 to 9 or 0 to 9. That is the thing. So that this is all about the human number system. We have just reviewed that we as a human write the digit up to 10 and in which form. Digital images and the computer system can only write two different digits. Okay, they can only place a mark in a space or leave the space as blank. Therefore, each digital space can have only two possible value. One is marked and second one is unmarked or blank. For that reason, these are called as binary digit or bits in the short. There are certain binary digit, and the bits of that particular image can be counted as if we count the marked area, then we can predict that how many bits a image can have. So this is all about the computer number system. There is a formula which is used for predicting that a picture have how many bits or how many shades of a color can a picture can have. So bits are present in the pixel. Pixel is a particular space or particular smallest picture element. If a picture have a bit number of what we can say 1, then it will show only two color in the variation. One is black and one is white. If the picture have 4 bit or 4 bit per pixel, then it will show 16 colors of gray or 16 shades of gray. And if the picture is of 8 bit, then it will represent 256 color variation, means 250 shades of a particular color can a pixel can have. The bits, if present more, means number of bits present in an image is more, then the clarity of image will be more. If the number of bits will be less, then the clarity of image will be less. So here we can see that there are two types of digital images are present here. One comprises of smaller number, or one comprises of large number of pixel, and another one is having the smaller number of pixel, but the size of pixel is more in the large pixel, and here the size is less. So if the size of pixel is less and the number of pixel are more, then the clarity of image will be more as compared to the image having large size pixel. Digital image means how to predict or how to estimate a size of a certain thing. So it is the size of pixel size can be predicted as image size upon the matrix size. Matrix size is what means the pixel in the row and the pixel in the column, we have to multiply that, and image size is the complete size of that particular area from where you have to calculate the pixel size. As the number of pixel increases, the number of bits increases, the size of a certain object also increases, means the size of a certain image also increases. So it will take more memory, more disk space to store. For that's why the image need to be compressed. There are two type of image compression. One is lossless compression and second one is lossy compression. In the lossless compression, the quality of image remains the same, only the size of image get reduced. In the lossy compression, the quality of image also deteriorate along with its size reduction. That's all about the digital image, because what we got in the remote sensing, we get two type of images, whether it may be analog or maybe digital. The image which we get from the camera, which are mounted on the helicopter, aeroplane, aircraft, are the analog image, and the image which we get through the satellite are the digital image. So that particular images need to be processed, need to be uh, more and more refined for interpretation. So this is all about the image processing. Digital image processing is basically the manipulation of digital data, okay, with the help of computer hardware and the software to produce digital maps in which specific information has been extracted and highlighted. Pre-processing of remotely sensed data generally contain flaws and deficiency received for the image sensor mounted on the satellite. The correction of that particular deficiency and the removal of flaws in the present needed data is must for improving the quality of image. So that process is the pre-processing. In the pre-processing stage, basically the person, or basically the analyst, removes all the flaws, all the deficiencies which are present in the images due to atmospheric variation, due to the problems in the platform, due to the altitude variation in the platform, due to some sorts of variation in the calibration of the sensor which are used in the remote sensing. The next one is the processing stage. In the processing stage, the quality of images are improved, whether it may be a contrast or brightness factor, but the quality of image are improved. In the processing stage, fidelity of the image remains the same, means there is no effect on the fidelity. Whatever image which we obtain through the remote sensing remains the same, only the quality of images are improved. So processing stage comprises of three basic steps. First one is image enhancement, second one is the image classification, and third one is the transformation. After that we get a refined image that we can interpret and generate the information which are needed by us. So in the pre-processing stage, there are two sorts of correction which are done. First one is the radiometric correction, and second one is the geometric correction. Radiometric corrections are done for the error which are caused by the sensors irregularity, or due to the atmospheric variation, or due to the variation in the altitude of the platform used, the uncalibrated sensors if used, then all sorts of the erroneous result which we got through this, we need to be it need to be corrected, and these errors are corrected with the help of radiometric correction. Geometric corrections are basically done if there is variation in the coordinate of a certain image, means the sensor predict different coordinate, but in actual there is a different coordinate system of that particular object or particular place. The variation in latitude and longitude are corrected with the help of geometric corrections. The geometric corrections occur due to the variation in earth geometry, due to the earth orientation. So this need to be corrected, and it is corrected by geometric correction. Radiometric correction is needed to improve the image fidelity, is to correct the data loss, is to remove the haze and enable comparison between different land features. Radiometric correction basically improves the digital number or brightness value of a certain image. Means if we improve the brightness factor or the shades of gray in a certain area of a certain pixel, then the quality of image is enhanced. The main problems which causes the radiometric variation are the intervening atmosphere, the sun sensor geometry, and the sensor itself. There are four basic uh, steps for rectifying the error. The first one is uniformly elevated value. Uh, it is used for correction of atmospheric haze. Second one is the stripping process, which is used for the sensors which are out of which are uncalibrated. So if the image taken by the uncalibrated sensor, then that particular image is corrected with the help of a stripping process. If there is variation in the transmission of signals with the help of sensor, and the signals are not approachable, or the transmission of signal is not systematic, then it is corrected by random noise. And if a specific sensor have certain loss in the signals, and signal loss can be corrected by the scan line dropout method. Here is an example of a picture which depict the random noise correction. The random noise or the atmospheric the random noise is corrected, and the sharpness or the image clarity is improved. Here in this picture, the atmospheric error is corrected and the quality of image is improved. The geometric variation basically deals with the georeferencing processes. Here in this picture you can see that if a sensor falsely take image, okay, or if there is a geometric error in certain image, then the outline of that particular image is not the same. Okay, you can see that the outline must lie here, but it is somewhere like here. So after doing the geometric correction, the proper shape and geometry of a certain thing, certain place can be corrected. There are lot of things which causes the geometric variation. In the first figure you can see that if a sensor work properly, the ground scene will appear like this, and the image which we get through the sensor will appear somewhat like this. But if there is variation in the pitch value, or there is a undulating surface, then the image will appear like this, somewhat like this. If due to the wind variation, due to the change in wind direction, the camera position changes, then also the image taken will show false or wrong coordinates like that. And if the roughness of a particular area is different, then also there is variation in the coordinates of a certain image. Here you can see that before geometric correction, the particular land feature or particular definite features or on a particular area is not visible. After doing the geometric correction, the location of certain thing is become crystal clear. So this is all about the basic. This is all about basically the pre-processing. Means after image get pre-processed, the processing stage is started. The basic processing stage now can be applied. There are two type of images which a satellite can take. One is the black and white image. The black and white image which we get through satellite is also called as panchromatic image. Panchromatic is image. And the second one is your the colored image. The colored image which we get through satellite are of various type. It can be called as true color composite or false color composite. Basically the color which colors which appears on a certain image are combination of three basic primary color, that are red, blue and green. Image enhancement improves the brightness factor contrast of a certain image, so that it can be visually interpreted, visually analyzed by certain analyst. There are various techniques to improve the image quality. One can be a contrast stretching technique, and second one is the spatial filtering technique. So what happens in the contrast, and what is contrast? Contrast is nothing but the difference in the illuminance. Illuminance or gray level value of a certain image. It can be defined as the ratio of maximum intensity and the minimum intensity which falls on a certain particular which falls on a particular area. So varying the contrast level, the quality of image can be improved. Whatever image taken by the satellite have the contrast problem, means they do not have the exact or the sufficient contrast value, so they need to be enhanced with the help of contrast enhancement technique. The edge enhancement. What is basically the edge enhancement? Edge enhancement is very essential because for many remote sensing application, the most valuable variation that can be derived from an image is its edge. If the edges are sharp, then boundaries of certain feature can be easily understood. So edge enhancement delineates basically the edges, okay, and make the shapes and detail which are included in an image more and more clear and easy to understand. The third one is the spatial filtering. What is spatial filtering? Spatial filtering is the process of dividing the image into its constituent spatial frequency. Okay, and selectively altering the area. Spatial frequency basically emphasizes on certain features. Means here you can see that the particular area represent different things. So in this individual area frequency is enhanced. Means here you can see, I will give an example of here you can see that the area is blurred here. Means it is not crystal clear that up to which mark the groundwater level is maximum. So particular this area frequency is enhanced, and here you can see crystal clear. Here you can see that up to this certain area there is maximum amount of underground, the amount of groundwater which is present in this area is maximum. Okay, the area surrounding this area have less groundwater compared to the central region, but in this picture it is not clear. So in this spatial filtering, individual area frequency are enhanced so that the particular uh, particular variation in an area can become more and more clear. Now what is image classification? Image classification is the automated classification of a digital image. Means the computer classify the image on the basis of the variation of spectral frequency, spatial variation. So this is the image classification. With the help of image classification, before interpretation, any person can judge that what type of land feature, what type of phenomenon are present or are visible in a certain image. There are two types of image classification. One is unsupervised one, and second one is the supervised one. In the unsupervised classification, prior categorizing of the land feature is not done. No prior information about a certain land feature is needed in the unsupervised classification. What happens in the unsupervised classification? Certain images are taken and they are classified on the basis of their spectral reflectance. Means the area showing similar type of reflectance are grouped in one, the area showing similar type of reflectance or similar type of spectral pattern are grouped into one. Means clustering is done in the unsupervised classification, and according to the clustering, different land features are identified and predicted after the after the processing stage in the interpretation stage. Okay, so human error is very less in the unsupervised classification, but the main problem is that at the interpretation stage, it depend upon the analyst whether he may be a experienced one or not. If he is a experienced person, then whatever land pattern he has predicted may be a correct one, but if he is not experienced, then the fidelity or the authenticity of that particular result is not clear. So this is the problem in the unsupervised classification. Here is the example. So this is the image which is taken by a Landsat satellite. In this, what happens? There are certain reflections, certain reflectance or spectral variation from different land features. So in the unsupervised classification, the spectral variation are grouped in ones. Means ones showing similar type of variation are grouped in one, and it is assumed that it may be a water, it may be a green vegetation, like that. but the authenticity of this result is not clear. In the supervised classification, what happens? Certain grouping is not done. In this, some training sets are made. And what is the training set? Training set are the area of or the area from where the information are to be collected. So there are certain training set, and they are categorized on the basis of digital number or on the basis of the brightness factor which they hold. And now what happens? Initially the area is categorized, and initially the reflectance values are uh, compared and decided. Means the area showing 240 reflectance may be a sand, may be a snowy area. The area showing reflectance of 40 or 250 may be a forest area, like that. So values are assigned and then categorized and finally classified. So we know that certain land features showing similar type of reflectance may be a water, may be vegetation, like that. Now, image transformation. All the information which are present in a image obtained through satellites or a analog image are not needed. Means there are certain specific things which are needed for prediction of any result or for decision of certain problem. And in the image transformation basically perform the similar task. It only separates or it only classifies the certain information which are needed. So certain arithmetic calculations are done in the image transformation, like subtraction, addition, multiplication. Two important processes are present in the image transformation. One is the NDVI and second one is the principal component analysis. What is NDVI? NDVI is normalized difference vegetation index. It is the most common vegetation index which is used. Basically tells the chlorophyll content or the healthy vegetation. In this, what happens? The image are taken in two sorts of wavelength. One is the near image are taken in near infrared zone, and second one is the image taken in the visible range or red zone. Now whatever data or whatever reflectance which we get in the both region are subtracted and added and then finally divided. Later on we get a value, a integer value. It may be a positive one, it may be a negative one. If it's lie between 0.66 to 1, then the vegetation which are present in that particular area are healthy one. And as it goes on decreasing, the vegetation which are present in certain area face some certain deficiency problem or have some problem. So it is the NDVI index of whole India, dividing the India into various zone, having positive NDVI, negative NDVI, or having no variation in the NDVI. Represent the thing that the area having positive NDVI have the greenish vegetation. The area having negative NDVI have not the green vegetation, or the plants which are present in that particular area suffers from certain problem or have some deficiency problem. Next one is the principal component analysis. The main aim of principal component analysis is to make more and more interpretable, means make an image more and more interpretable. That is the main thing of the principal component analysis. In this, a image is compressed, means single length feature can be predicted by various angle. So a image of a single length feature can be taken in various ways, in various band. Means if the land feature the image of land feature are taken in visible wavelength range, it is different. If the image taken in the near infrared zone, then it is it is also different. So what happens in principal component analysis? The image in all type of bands are compared, and the band in which the land feature ought to be different or is very different from the others are considered, and it is called as first principal component. And the other images which resemble each other are grouped into one. Now the image showing a larger variation and the image showing smaller variation are merged, and a well defined image of a certain area can be created. Whether it may be deleted, added, subtracted, all sorts of arithmetic calculation can be done. Here in this image, the area in different band are considered, showing larger variation and then merged, and a final image of a certain area is drawn, representing certain area, showing water, greenish vegetation, like that. So this is all about the processing of digital image. In the next lecture we will discuss how to interpret that particular result which we obtained with the help of imagery. Thank you.